Officials in Australia say they've broken up an urban terrorism plan inspired by ISIS, which, if you can believe it, and we're forced to believe it due to what ISIS has done so far, the terrorist group was planning to take people off city streets in Australia and execute them for the benefit of video cameras. Australian police say this was prevented and put down in a series of raids, and this comes as national and local security officials here have stepped up their vigilance in light of the latest ISIS propaganda. It's where we begin tonight with our justice correspondent, Pete Williams.
It was Australia's biggest counter-terrorism operation ever. More than 800 officers in Sydney and Brisbane stopping what authorities say was a plot to kidnap people and videotape their executions for propaganda.
Islam means sincerity and submission.
Police say they acted after intercepting an international phone call from this man, Muhammad Ali Barialeh, giving attack instructions. Originally from Afghanistan, he was a bouncer and actor in Sydney, now considered a senior leader of the terror group in Iraq and Syria.
Exhortations, quite direct exhortations, were coming from an Australian who is apparently quite senior in ISIL.
American officials are worried about the latest ISIS recruiting videos, slickly produced. While emphasizing there's no known plan for attacks in the U.S., police in New York are more visible in public gathering spots like Times Square, concerned the videos could inspire people here. While U.S. officials say about a dozen Americans may be fighting with ISIS at any one time, they say more than 100 citizens have gone to the region to join up with various rebel groups, a concern expressed today in Congress by Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel.
Is ISIL capable today of sending radicalized Americans back to this country to do harm to the United States?
Oh, I think they're capable of doing that today.
Also today, a Rochester, New York man accused of trying to recruit for ISIS, Mufid Elfki, pleaded not guilty in a federal courtroom. Prosecutors say he urged two men in the U.S. to join ISIS in Syria, unaware they were actually FBI undercover informants. Prosecutors say he's the first person in the United States charged with trying to recruit for ISIS, and they say after months of investigation, they're confident he acted alone.